Hey folks, today's another good day. It's a good day because I just realized I think I have the best brother in the world. Actually, I've realized that a long time ago. My brother Mark, he's a great guy. We have lots of stuff in common, but one of the things we don't have in common is our gardening skills. I don't know how to garden, but Mark, I think he's a master. He's gifted me with several things from his garden over the years. This year, he gave me a spaghetti squash. I don't think I've ever had a spaghetti squash before, but I'm going to try to cook this today. I mean, how hard could it be, right? I've been doing a lot of research and talking to a few friends on the internet. They've given me a couple good suggestions. Supposedly, you can use the insides of this thing as you would normally use regular spaghetti. Of course, that's what a lot of people do when they're trying to eat healthy. I got tricked into thinking riced cauliflower was just like rice. Well, it's white, kind of has a grainy texture. It's not rice, but it's okay. Today I'm going to make this spaghetti squash into, well, sort of a pasta dish. I'm going to make a little mushroom and meat sauce to put over it. Kind of my version of an Italian bolognese, but not really. Let's make some spaghetti squash. The first thing we need to do is cut this squash open and remove all the innards. From what I understand, that's easier said than done. These are really hard. I'm going to cut off the stem first. Oh yeah, this is not going to be easy. Oh. Wow. Now we're going to attempt to cut this through. Now we get to scoop all the seeds and the innards out of here. A bit like a pumpkin inside. Lots of seeds. You could roast those, I guess. I'm not going to. Whoa! Well, for my first time, I don't think I did too bad. Time to season these up. Let's start by just poking some holes in the back here first. This will hopefully let some of the steam out as it's cooking. For seasoning this, we're going to keep this very, very simple. A little bit of olive oil to coat. While I'm seasoning this up, the oven is preheating. We're going to use a little bit of salt and some black pepper. Okay, let's get these in the oven. I have a parchment lined pan here. We're going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. While that spaghetti squash is doing its thing in the oven, let's make that mushroom meat sauce. It's sort of going to have an Italian twist to it. I'm going to add some garlic and some oregano, and of course tomatoes. Not sure how this is going to turn out. I'm winging this one. A little bit of olive oil. Start by sauteing some onions. And I found some bell pepper, some sweet bell pepper in the fridge, so I put that in there too. Going to add some chopped up garlic. Let all this garlic and onion flavor this pan a bit. Then we're going to add our ground beef and our mushrooms. It's about a pound of ground beef. This is very, very lean ground beef. We'll let that brown up a bit. Let's add the mushrooms now. These are actually dehydrated mushrooms that I rehydrated. This will give it a nice meaty texture. I'm trying to cook all the pink out of the meat before we add the tomatoes. Okay, I think it's time to add our tomatoes. I'm actually using Rotel, one of my favorite tomatoes. It's got some green chilies in there too, so it'll add a little bit of a kick, but not much. Couple cans with the liquid. I also found part of a tomato in my fridge from, I think, my cousin's sub sandwich video. I chopped that up. I'm going to put that in there too. Now some tomato sauce. Probably going to put half a can in there. Time to make this a little bit more Italian. Going to throw some oregano in there. A little bit of basil. That's all I have left. Some thyme. A little bit of sage. And finally, salt and pepper. Okay, I think we're going to let this simmer for a while, covered. The spaghetti squash should be out of the oven in 15 minutes. Give that a little time to rest, so by then I think this will be done. We'll let this rest a bit, maybe 15 minutes, and then we'll start pulling out those spaghetti strands from the squash. That's looking good. I'm going to do one of these at a time. So supposedly, you kind of just start pulling, and out comes little strands of spaghetti. This is still very hot. I'm actually surprised this worked as well as it did. That is a good amount of spaghetti squash, and that's just half of it. Now that I'm a pro, I can go a little faster. I think it's time to try this spaghetti squash on its own. It kind of rolls up like regular pasta spaghetti. It's nothing like the texture or taste of regular spaghetti. It's quite a bit sweeter, and it's quite a bit more crunchy than I like my spaghetti. But you know what? I think with the sweetness of this combined with that mushroom meat sauce I made, I think I'm going to have a pretty good meal. I don't have any fresh Parmesan, but I have some grated stuff here. All right, throw it on Thursday. My favorite time when I get to try what I made. My brother gave me a spaghetti squash. I cooked that up and then made a mushroom meat sauce, sort of with an Italian kick to it. Get a good amount of both. Nice and hot. Wow. The combination is really good. I do have to say though, those Rotel tomatoes with chilies I put in there, it's adding a little more than just a kick. It's a little bit spicy, but that's okay with this. And the spaghetti squash, it's okay. I think I should have cooked it a little bit longer. I'd like it a little softer than it is. Maybe when I reheat it in the microwave, it'll soften up a bit more. Okay, one more bite. Well, that was pretty good. Truthfully, it was a little different than I was expecting. Somehow in my mind, I thought it was going to be just like regular pasta spaghetti. But it's not. It's a different thing. I'm so happy my brother gave that to me. Not only do I have a great brother, Mark, but I have a couple other great sisters, Mary and Kathy. I think Kathy might garden, or she used to. Mary, I don't think so. She's got lots of other hobbies. Hey, thanks for watching this video and watching me experiment with spaghetti squash. I will have the recipe to the spaghetti squash and also that mushroom meat sauce I made. That turned out really good. That would be a really nice base for a chili. Can you do me a favor? Please comment. I love reading your comments. Lately, the comments, there haven't been too many. So if you want, just comment and say hi. So this is turning out to be a really good day. I hope whatever you guys are doing, you're also having a good day. See you next time.